I mentioned not too long ago in one of the sidebars about when I broke the $1 million mark. Here's how you do it. There's something called an accredited investor. The way that's determined is you have to make $200K for at least 2 years in a row. If you're single, if you're married, you have to do so for 2 years. Hey, quick sidebar. Want a better comprehension of the foundation of how to use different types of proper trust and its structures to solve some common issues in life, such as child support, civil or criminal matters, or other things like operating in business and aspects of privatization of personal and real properties? Playlist. For each of those aspects of life, I have a playlist explaining how these things work. I invite you to check the many years of experiences and personal success compiled into each videos and documents shown. Consider the playlist a plate of food to be consumed a bite at a time. Just start with one, any of them. You all got to begin somewhere at some point. As I always say, someone today woke up with what you need, and conversations transfer those things to you. Begin with these playlists. All right, back to the video now. So this one is just through bank deposits, but you want to maximize this by still making those monies and still getting deductions and appreciation and depreciation if you're in real estate, but from other stuff, generally speaking, deductions and other aspects of life. Assuming that you've surrounded your life with entity structure, then your rent or your house is in the name of an entity, preferably a trust, a religious one. That way you reap the benefit of a particular bank. As to your business plan, so you put in a business plan that should be very simple. At most, it should be 3 pages. At most, that is. But the key is to show that continuous income, because the bank get 10 times whatever you deposit with them in order to lend it to others. So you give them 10K. That 10K, they go to the central bank and turn it into 100K so that they can lend it back to others. So they've just turned your monies and multiplied it by 10 because the central bank fronts them for whatever it is they can bring to the central bank so that they can now invest in that money, because they don't want to break even 1-on-1 or 1-2, 1-3, when they can go to a third parties to front them further money based on the faith that you have in them by depositing your money with them. So your business plan should actually, you hear and see a lot of people make documentaries and videos complaining about these things, but they can actually implement it into their own lives to make their lives better. So you impose all this into a business plan, and then you propose. See, every bank has different types of committees. They have audit committees. They have risk management committees. They have nomination and remuneration committees. You should know what remuneration means if you watched the video on case audits on Patreon. They also have credit committees. They have asset liability committees. They have investment committees. They have operational committees. See, credit committees are the ones who approve and evaluate on a weekly or monthly basis credit proposals. In other words, this system is designed for entities. I'm telling you, the system is designed for entities. There are several ways monies can break people's minds. One, it can break your mind when you get comfortable with doing something such as getting others to determine the worth of your life. Meaning you get comfortable with waiting for someone to give you a reward so long as you sacrifice your time. The second way monies can break your mind is when you realize sitting down and structuring stuff on black and white, it takes time, and it really takes spiritual, mental energies that once you're done with it, you're drained. You're halfway falling asleep. You just find the next place to just lay there and close your eyes. Doesn't matter how good your property is. Doesn't matter how wonderful your bedroom is. Wherever you can lay there, you sleep there because you're mentally exhausted. Most people assume that the only exhaustion that exists is if you physically get up and you lift that hammer and you swing it and you do this physical labor. No, the mental labor that comes from knowing how stuff works is draining. But what separates you and what breaks your mind in this realm is that which is good, because you realize all it takes is just structure a document and take it in front of someone and you give it to them and you say very specific words, but you wait specific period of time. That's how you do it. And that's the key. But that's how you break that wall of 1 million. It does not happen by accident. And really, there's nothing glamorous about it. When people see others who present something relating to money or having it, they think it just happened magically, and it's because they're charismatic or because they are like celebrities on TV. Man, most people who really get it done are nothing like you see on TV.